Differential Calculus 2013, question 10b. A particle starts from rest at O, at time is equal to 0. It travels along a straight line with acceleration 24t minus 16 ms to the minus 2, where t is the time measured from the instant the particle is at O. Find its velocity and distance from O at t is equal to 3. So we need velocity and distance. Okay, what is velocity? Velocity is u plus at. And dv dt is equal to a. So this is my a. So this is equal to dv dt. 24t minus 16. 24t minus 16. So we want v. So if we integrate dv, we're going to get v, which would mean we're going to integrate 24t minus 16 dt. And between what times? We want the velocity, so between v and 0 and between t is equal to 3, and it starts from rest. So we're going to get v between v and 0 is equal to 24t squared over 2, 12t squared, minus 16t. We don't need the zeros here, so you can see v is going to be equal to 12 by 9 minus 16 by 3, so that's 108 minus 48. So the velocity, t is equal to 3, 60 meters per second. Okay, we need distance. What's distance? It's ut plus a half at squared. So ds dt, so we want this ds so we can get s. ds dt is equal to u plus at, which we know is velocity. So we can say that my velocity, which we got to be 12t minus 16t, 12t squared minus 16t, is going to be my ds dt. So ds dt is 12t squared minus 16t. We want the s, so we can integrate back to s, and that will be integrating 12t squared minus 16t dt. And again, it's going to be between starting at 0 and coming to up to 3, and between s and 0. So s between s and 0 is going to be 12t cubed over 3. Well, I'll just write the whole thing. 12t cubed over 3 minus 16t squared over 2. So that's going to be between 3 and 0. You don't have to simplify them. You can put your values in now. You're just going to use a calculator in an exam. I like trying to simplify it down without the calculator. 8t squared. So the distance is going to be 4 by 3 cubed, which is 27, which is 108, minus 8 times 9, which is 72, and 108 minus 72 is 36 meters. Part 2. The value of t when the speed of the particle is equal to 80. So we got to let velocity is going to be 80 here, so we need to get the speed of the particle. The value of t when the speed of the particle is 80. The value of t. Okay. So we need to solve for t. Okay. From up above, what do we have for v? This 12t squared minus 16t. Okay. So 12t squared minus 16t is equal to v, and we want the value of t when velocity is equal to 80. Okay. So 12t squared minus 16t equals 80. 12t squared minus 16t minus 80 is equal to 0. What's the highest factor there? 4 definitely goes in. That would leave it 3, so that's prime, so that's definitely the highest factor. Minus 20. Let's see, does it factorize? It has to be 3t times t. 5 by 4 when it's 20. No, it doesn't look like that. 10 and 2 will work, won't it? 10t and 6t, that will work. Okay, so we want minus 4t, so minus 10t plus 6t. So t is equal to 10 over 3, or minus 2, and we can't have a negative time, so time is 10 over 3 seconds.